After getting laid off from my nurse practitioner job, I decided to quit the profession indefinitely. So let me give you a little backstory leading up to my layoff. The red flags were flying high in the sky. When I first started, one of the very first things that happened was they did not want me to take a scheduled vacation that I had already had on the books, paid for, all of that. They said, we'd rather you be here working with us. And I was like, I'm going to go on vacation. So either I'm going to be back in my RN role or I'm going to be on the team when I get back. But I did go ahead and take my vacation, came back. Red flag number 2 kicked in because I had already known about it, but it kicked in. And that is, we were replacing 2 resident physicians with 1 nurse practitioner. So walking through the front door, we were already doing double the work. They just piled it on, and they piled it on thick, and they were like, are you done yet? We had people that were getting hired. They would leave in short amounts of time. They were in there and out of there like flapjacks. Boom, turn it over. Boom, we're done, out of here. Like literally, that was the pace of us getting rid of the nurse practitioner in the earlier days. And they were leaving because they had their priorities in order, and they knew that they weren't about to put up with the stuff that I endured for years on end. So bravo to them. Throughout the years, work happened, stagnated. We were repeatedly doing the same freaking progress notes on the same paper that we ran off, that we photocopied day in and day out. We finally got electronic medical records, and then we started doing the same notes in there, day in, day out. Nothing changed. Same thing. We did not do procedures related to our profession, and I definitely know that it was a missed opportunity, and I am just disappointed that we weren't able to. Like, the work that we were doing was work that nobody else wanted to do. It wasn't empowering work. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, you're a mid-level care provider. We're so, excited to have you on the team. It was like, oh no, the resident physicians are leaving. We need somebody to replace them now. What are we going to do? Are we going to have to do all of this work by ourselves? So ultimately, they got us in to do the work that was the size of those apples. I worked at a teaching hospital, and the students were able to do procedures. Of course, any residents that rounded with us were able to do procedures, but I don't know if they never thought about it, but they never offered. And I had a longing to do it, but after speaking with a couple people, I don't think we ever broached the topic with the attendings, because it was just going to be something else added on to what we had to do, and we were already like in over our heads. The nurses on the floor did notice that we were not working to our full potential, and that we were doing like low-level work essentially. And what really just, like, I'm in the throes of burnout, and what really just rubbed the hairs on the back of my neck the wrong way was when I found out that one of the physicians was not thrilled with my performance. Why did you not say something a long time ago? Because I could have definitely gotten out of your way. Now, I say that, but then I must be honest that I let that shake my confidence for way longer than it should have, because I know who I am and I know whose I am, and that physician didn't make me, can't break me. I'm hell bent on reaching my goals and reaching my dreams, and all of that, I think, came to pass so that I could share it with you really here today, like documenting. I didn't want to not share that with you because I know that somebody else is going through the same thing in their profession, be they a nurse practitioner or attorney or whatever is happening. but just know that those people don't really know you, and you don't have to, even if you try on what they say for size, just stand 10 toes down and know that that doesn't really fit because they don't know you. So once I found out about that, anyway, I was like, yeah, this isn't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. So not long after that, I took a vacation. I went to Las Vegas, Nevada to play pool with my pool mates, and I got a call while I was out there. Y'all, Nevada is hot. Felt like the heater was on outside, blowing hot air. Got a call, took the call, and they were saying, hey, could you come in? But they knew I was on vacation, but they still wanted me to come into the office. But I'm on vacation, so they said, okay, can you meet with us? Can you meet with us by telephone at 1 p.m.? Absolutely. This doesn't sound good. What's happening? They didn't say anything. Told me that I get more details on the phone call. Phone call happened. Say, hey, how are you? La, 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 la. Just wanted to give you a call today to let you know that we're going to be letting you go due to the budget. And remember, I told you that we were replacing 2 resident physicians, and nobody cared when we were there until 10 and 11 o'clock at night. But when the work slowed down and became manageable for one person to handle, and they're like, you know what? We'll go ahead and scratch them. And literally a consultant came in and wiped us off the books. Incredible. So they told me not to tell my colleagues, which I was not even being mindful during that call. I was texting my comrades like, hey, listen up. This is what they're saying. They're saying they're laying us off, and we have X amount of time left, and we'll, and the gig's up. When I got laid off, I just took it a bit further and I quit the profession indefinitely. Now, some of the things that I would like to reflect on that happened to me during that time was my values. I saw the red flags, but I chose to ignore them, and I honestly believe in my heart it was because I was meant to make this video for you at a later time. Red flag number 1, they didn't want me to take vacation. Red flag number 2, I'm coming in, taking over the load for 2 people. That is a recipe for burnout. We were not set up to succeed under those circumstances. There was no room for growth. Nobody cared about us doing any procedures and furthering our career. But they did want us to take initiative and do things on our own. But really, at the end of the day, we know that they just needed the work done so that they could go about their day, and they didn't need to be interrupted during that time. I came in like a child who wanted to be the president and save the world, who wanted to make the most peaceful world. I wanted to build an amazing nurse practitioner program so that the nurse practitioners behind us could, be proud to work there and just know that they were in a program that was supportive to their endeavors and, helping them learn along the way. All of that was squashed. Don't let that happen to you. Not for 1 second. Don't let it happen to you. Just like those nurse practitioners that came in the early days, came in and got out. Like, don't even waste your time with people that do not respect you, respect what you bring to the table. Just go ahead and cut the cord early. One thing that I would say is hold off on buying big things. Just like when you go into surgery, they're like, don't make any big purchases when you leave today. Don't make any big drastic life-changing decisions. When you get a new job and it's going to change your pay big time, don't make any drastic decisions early on until you make sure that that's a job that you're going to stay in for a little bit. And also have a plan. Hey, if get with somebody, your significant other, your best friend, or somebody, and let them know if these are my non-negotiables. If something changes, let's touch base on a regular cadence, But if you see me going down a rabbit hole or spiraling, and you feel like it's related to my job, like, let's have the conversation sooner. Like, maintain your values, maintain your boundaries, and know that you're important. You're an important part of the team. We work in a sick care model, but nonetheless, we have something to offer, and there are opportunities throughout the United States. Once I left that job, I did do some traveling and worked in different hospitals. There are amazing opportunities all over the United States where nurse practitioners are valued, physician assistants are valued. Make sure that you go to a place where you're valued, where your contribution holds weight, and where you're seen as a part of the team. Those opportunities are out there and they are available. And basically this story of me quitting is just to remind you that if you are in the throes of a less than ideal situation, there's definitely other options out there for you. Thank you so much for listening. I will be talking more about things that I did as a nurse practitioner, just to kind of give you a background of who I am, but then we'll move heavily into life after being a nurse practitioner. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.